Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 8 of Civilization 5, the single city challenge. We're playing as Venice and we are basically trying our very best here to climb up the scoreboard a little and decide what type of victory condition we're going to go for. Let's just continue on with that cargo route to Delhi. I've got quite a bit of money coming in now and I should certainly consider getting some more cargo routes going. But I also want to throw some bribes at some city-states as well. I think I'm actually going to throw a huge amount of money at Samarkand. Hope that Greece still haven't got a spy in there either, because they could just coup and flip it back over, which would upset me greatly. Don't quite have enough money now to get another cargo ship. I've got so many people stealing technologies from me at this point. It's really annoying, even though we do have a defensive spy in our capital. We've got a constabulary as well. Everyone's quite happy with our proposal to the World Congress, so that is a good thing. You want open borders, you can go away, because I'm not really opening my borders with anyone at the moment. I don't see the need. Friendly with the Mongols, yeah, why not? What's the worst that could come out of that deal? Friendly with Morocco, brilliant. Well, at least this is meaning there's a possibility of getting some more research agreements going now, anyway. So we might actually have to stop spending money on cargo ships and actually just add them to the production queue. Geneva has a new ally. And we're getting things spawn over here. You can't hit them. And we have actually found some ruins. So we'll be guarding them with some sort of vigour. Right, so we'll lose 1 food and 1 culture. And not to mention 2 science. It actually fails to mention that on the pop-up. Because it's going to clear the jungle. So we'll lose 2 science for clearing the jungle. We'll also lose the culture and we will lose the food. So let's go and put down the plantation there. Might as well go on to the next turn. Get a bit more money. Decide what we're going to do. Whether we're going to get another cargo ship or whether we are going to start bribing some people. Yeah, everyone's friends with everyone. It is awesome. You want a research agreement? Yep, I'll accept that. I haven't got enough money for a cargo ship now. Haven't really got enough money for a bribe. And these guys are in a little bit of a pickle because they're being attacked by everybody at this point. Yeah, you've got the potential to take a lot of damage there if we don't move. You guys are going to attempt to kill these guys. Now, you're going to struggle to run away simply because of where things are. But we're going to try and run you away in this direction. Hopefully they'll leave you alone, but there's no guarantees. We can always bring the ship back around and deal with that. We have finished the garden. What should we get on with next? We could... I'm not even going to bother trying to go for the Taj Mahal. There's no point. Let us get the East India Company. Let us increase the amount of money we have coming in. Then we'll get a bank up and running. Some cargo ships. You were going to Sigtuna. It's the same science and gold, but you're putting religious pressure and not getting any back, so we will continue with that route. On to the next turn. So we're still quite low down on all the demographics at the moment. We do have to be careful. We are catching up with Genghis in score, or Genghis is falling behind. I'm not too sure which it is. Certainly not convinced that we are catching up with Alexander or Pocatello at any great rate. Although the gap between Pocatello and Sweden isn't all that big at the moment either, so something's definitely going on. Oh, well, at least you're not attacking my ship. Yet. Okay, our turn. Right, let us try and finish bombarding you if we can. Right, you are moving closer towards us, which I don't like. Let's get on the hill, because the hill will give us a little bit more defense. That also means we can move our Great Galleass over here and fire at them at some point as well. Possibly, hopefully, maybe. We've got a declaration of friendship expired here. Another new research agreement. You just want me to give you gold per turn. That is not going to happen anytime soon. Japan. That's my declaration of friendship that's expired. Really hope I can heal these guys up before they get killed. Well, they haven't been killed yet, so let us heal them up. And we'll continue to move you around the coast, because you might be able to get around the other side and get in there and deal with the camp from the inside. That would certainly help matters for us. You've got another movement? Oh, wow, so you have. Straight on to the next turn, because there's not a lot else I can do there. Japan wants to renew the friendship agreement. Fine with that. He's at the bottom of the scoreboard now, so he's probably going to be asking for lots of gifts of money and maybe research agreements and just stuff to try and boost them. I find the AI is very willing to make friends with you when they are when they want something. Philomena has been promoted. I think we've actually managed to kill somebody else as well that was trying to steal from us. Is it going to be India again? Moroccan spy this time around. Oh, well, at least we now have a level 3 spy in the capital. East India Company has been finished. We will get a castle at some point as well, but I think we're going to go for the bank first. You are going to continue to work your way around the coast. Oh, look, we've found some more barbarian hand axes. Hopefully we'll be able to take them out. Let's get on to that next turn. These guys are getting healed, which is good. Pocatello has completed Himeji Castle, which is annoying because it gives him more points, but it wasn't something that I was going for, so I'm not too bothered about that. I forgive you this time. But remember, that's India and Morocco now on our list. If either of them steal from us again, we will denounce them. And we may end up getting some of the other AIs against them. We'll have to see how that goes.
Those who cannot remember the past.
And we have archaeology. And we are in the industrial era. We actually might start getting some antiquities sites and start getting some culture now. Speaking of antiquities sites, we've got India there. I would like to be India to those ruins. So I'm going to do my best to do so. What are we going to go for next? We only have two choices, and that is machinery or steel. We would like to go into scientific theory, but in order to get that, we've got to backfill a lot of technologies. We probably should do it, though. We'll get machinery, printing press, economics into scientific theory. It's going to take a little while, but we will get there. We have a new spy. Now, what are we going to do with this spy? Are we going to put this spy somewhere and try and steal tech from somebody, or are we going to put them in a city-state and try and use them to compete against Greece a little bit? Greece is actually now top of the science tree, and it's quite possible that they don't actually have any of their spies defensively, because they may well be using all of them to try and flip city-states. So I think we're at least for... You know, we're going to try and spy on Greece and see what happens. We may end up losing a spy, and we may end up angering Greece, but we need to have a look and see what we can do. You will continue with that. Have a decent amount of money now. Are we still not to influence? Give you 250 gold. There we go. You are allies again. Should I try and get some with anybody else? What would I need for Melbourne? 45. Let's give you that and see what happens. I think I've just accidentally told a unit to move somewhere, but I'm not sure where, because I don't know what unit it was I had selected. But let's go on to the next turn and see what happens. Not sure how the AI actually works out where it's going to put its spies. Right, you spy on me and then you want me to give you money. I don't think so. Yeah, not sure how the AI works with its spies, whether or not it puts a spy into a city-state, flips it over and then keeps the spy there, or whether it actually moves it around. I mean, we certainly saw Melbourne, where the election was rigged, and then when we actually attempted to buy Melbourne, then they flipped it with a coup. So they still had a spy in there. We've now had acoustics stolen. We're getting an awful lot of tech stolen from us. Everyone seems to be spying on us. At least we know if someone's going to spy from us, they're only going to spy from us in a single city, because we only have a single city. You guys might as well fire at these just for the experience. Should have moved one tile further away, actually, because these guys are ranged, which could be a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Workers are still working. Everything seems to be doing what everything should be doing. We can afford another cargo ship, actually, so let's go ahead and do that. Instead of bribing... I could bribe some more city-states, but... We've got the 3 closest to us, which is good. There are a few more around that I would like to try and get. Yep, everyone's friends with everybody else. It's fantastic. We all lived happily ever after. I still seem to be closing the gap on Genghis Khan here, score-wise. I would like to say, let's just build up a massive army, and well, a navy, and just go and roll over everybody, but... Great Mosque has been completed by India. That's fine. They do have a tendency to build the religious buildings. It's what they do. And Hanoi searches for science. Florence desires the Taj Mahal. And we've discovered machinery. Fantastic. Right, you are going to carry on moving down here. Well, we're not going to get in there to help matters, are we? So you might as well go back onto Auto Explore. You guys are going to grab that. And we get a map. Whoop-de-doo. We are going to start working back towards that camp, I think, though. We get a new policy. So what do we go for here? Resources gifted by city-states increased by 100%. Or we could get 2 gold from trade routes with city-states. Could be very useful. It would be nice adopting all the policies because they would occasionally give us great people. The thing is, we're really going to struggle in keeping people happy because of Greece. And I think what we should do now is we've got the happiness. We should certainly start unlocking rationalism. Instantly puts us from 193 to 211. Rationalism is very, very strong. Good amount of gold at Stockholm, but I think we are going to start trying to put some of our religious pressure on the city-states as much as we can. Because we actually look at our gold. We are getting 7 gold from our religion. Yeah, it's not a massive amount at the moment. Let's have a quick look at Venice. We haven't had a look in here for a while. It's currently at size 25 with 13 turns until a new citizen is born. We could potentially get away with putting another scientist in there, which just slow things down only the tiniest little amount. So that is all good. Let's make sure that production tile is locked in as well. We've got a couple of antiquity sites that are close by. They're not ones that we can actually use for culture tiles, but I don't think we need to do that because of all the jungles we've got. However, we are going to lift them and get ourselves some tourism. I'm not sure how much tourism the AI has at this point. I actually haven't had a look, so we should probably check the demographics for that after the end of this turn cycle. That puts us up to 8 out of 12 cargo ships or trade routes, so that's 2/3 of our total. Let's just wait for the city-states to do their thing. I mean, ultimately, it is nice to throw money at city-states and bribe them, but the more cargo ships we have, the more money we'll make, and that means it'll be easier to bribe them in the long run. Okay, killed a Swedish spy. Everybody is spying on us, which is quite strange because we are not the tech leader. We have finished the bank. We are going to queue up at least one archaeologist first. The unit needs orders. You might as well just go back on to auto-explore now. Cargo ship, you were going to... Well, that's not an awful lot of money, but you were putting the religious pressure on them. So let's see if we can religiously flip Sweden. I do think they have their own religion, so we do have to be careful. Let's do that. I think we've got another one as well. No, we haven't. So let's have a look at the culture overview. And we can already see the Shoshone have 12 tourism. In fact, we're the only civilization with no tourism at all at the moment, so we definitely need to get that sorted out. Quick look at the religion, because I just want to see if Sweden does have a religion. Yes, they do. They've got Protestantism, but maybe we can keep forcing our religion on them. Let's go on to the next turn anyway. So that's now Sweden, Morocco, and India that we've caught spying on us. We don't know whether or not... anyone else is... Well, we do know we're being spied on by other people. Yeah, forgive you this time, but next time you do it, you get denounced. So, we are having tech stolen from us by other AI, but we don't know which ones because we haven't caught them. They've had quite a few technologies stolen so far, which isn't helping us. Greece now an ally of Melbourne, which is really annoying. We're up to 200 gold per turn now, which is quite nice, though. So, Melbourne, how far out ahead are you? By 2. We are going to give... Let's give them the 500. Let's really, really start putting the pressure on where we can. And go straight on to the next turn. Yeah, everybody's friends with everybody else. It's fantastic. I don't know whether or not I'm going to go straight to another one. Yeah, he's not happy because we made a declaration of friendship with his enemies. Yeah, whatever. I can see Greece being a problem in that they're probably going to declare war on us at some point, and that could be quite interesting. But if we just make it a defensive war, I think we can actually defend our little island quite well and just have Greece just throw all their units at us and lose a lot of units. Because that will set them back. I bet he's spending quite a lot of production on units. We've got another unit for free, which again we will keep because having free units is always good. We're going to start upgrading what we can. We've got a great engineer as well. So, let's have a look here. We've got ourselves a longbowman. Oh, very, very nice. So, longbowman is like a normal bowman, but actually has a additional range. Actually has +1 range. Now, because it doesn't have a range of 3, it has a range of 2 and +1 range as a promotion. It means even when you upgrade it, it still carries that +1 range. What's good about that is if you make this into a Gatling gun, you get a Gatling gun with a range of 2, which is actually really nice. We could promote you to a composite bowman, and I think we will do that actually. Now then, World's Fair or ban luxury gems. Do we actually have gems? We don't, so I'm not too bothered. I don't care whether they ban them or not. The World's Fair I won't be able to win, but I might as well put my vote there anyway because it'll make people happy. Now, do we have any wonders to build? Is it worth me building a wonder and rushing it with the porcelain tower? Yes, we are going to change production to the porcelain tower, and then we are going to hurry the production with the great engineer. You are going to stay there. Because we already have a couple of research agreements in effect. You want to give me 190 gold and open borders for... See, that is well below what the luxury is worth. Because normally you get 7 gold per turn for 30 turns. So that's 7 times 30, which would be 90, 180, 210. So it's slightly below. But there again, he is offering an instant amount of cash, so we will take it. He's opening his borders as well, and I don't have mine open, so that is fine. What I might be tempted to try and do, and this could be controversial, is we might see if we can get Greece and the Shoshone to go to war with each other. Because if we can get 2 of the biggest, scariest AIs to fight it out between each other, then it might weaken them a little bit, and also they might turn their sights away from me for a little time. So the World's Fair passes, and banning gems fails, and we get the porcelain tower. And we've discovered printing press. We have killed a Shoshone spy. We get to make another proposal here. I think we are going to have... Standing army tax would upset Mongolia. Natural wonders, we don't really have any. Arts funding, great writers, artists, musicians, decreases scientists, engineers and merchants. Yeah, I'd sooner have the sciences fundings, but that would upset quite a lot of people. Let's go for standing army tax. It's only going to upset Mongolia. But I reckon Greece is going to have a fairly sizable army as well. We get ourselves a great scientist. Now, again, do we pop them or do we go and make ourselves... It's got to be an academy, isn't it? Let's go down here and we'll put up an academy. What else do we have? Production now. We've completed the porcelain tower. Do we go into the World's Fair here? What would we need to... Right, getting gold is pretty much going to be impossible for us. Getting silver is a possibility. We get a free social policy. I mean, getting a double culture for 20 turns would be nice. I just don't think it's going to happen. But we'd need to put in 350 production. We're doing 47 production per turn. Let's go for the World's Fair at this point. Let's see if we can't squeeze a little bit more production out of the city. 47.5. That gives us 50. Does slow down our growth a tiny little amount, not a huge amount. But that's about all the production we can work at this point. It would be nice to put somebody else in the bank, but I think we will leave that for now. Unit needs orders. You are just going to... Oh, that's the worker. Right. What are we going to do with you? Yep, trading posts in the jungles don't seem like a bad idea. Crossbowman is just going to do nothing. And that's all we can do on this turn. So I believe I'm going to call that a video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying the single city challenge, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.